So if there's one build that really needed a makeover, it was the Fire Druid. Man, this build is actually so much fun, but there was one thing that was always holding it back. The global cooldown or cast delay. I'm on the patch 2.4 PTR right now. This is a blind first view of the Fire Druid, and I am very excited for this one. So let's just go over and enjoy ourselves in good old Cold Plains. So this is gonna be exciting. When I push a button, let's see what happens. there's no cooldown. They really did fix it. This is so fucking awesome. Sorry for the swearing. Guys, this build is gonna be one of the best alternative builds probably you can hope for to do in Diablo 2. Oh, this is gonna be so good, and you can get Molten Boulder in between. Wow, the rotation is just so good. So I got Armageddon. Let's see the keybinds. So Armageddon on Q, Fissure on W, and Volcano on E, and Molten Boulder on R. So this means that I can literally just go Q, W, E, R. Let's test this out on a Players 1 Chaos run, the hardest place for a Fire Druid to successfully complete at a reasonable time. And also just a quick overview of the gear. So first I'm gonna do it in a very budget gear. So this is the budget gear that I'm gonna be using. And then the next one is going to be with the top end gear. So this is stuff like using Raven Lord and a 30-30 Crystal Sword in my case here. And yeah, in general just insane gear. But first of all I want to test it on the budget gear. The more reasonable items, Dual Spirit, Viper, Magic, Peasant Crown, etc. So let's see if this sort of budget gear can actually clear Chaos Run in maybe 4 to 5 minutes or so. That's the hope. Okay, a quick update here. The damage is just not quite there for Players 1 Chaos Run. Even just clearing up is actually very slow. So my fissure damage is like 2000. So that is maybe expected that this gear level pushing Chaos runs is a little hard. But I will continue for now and see how far I can go. Even though it takes a long time to kill things, I have to say the rotation is so much better. It's so much more lively and fun to play this build. You're just spamming things constantly. It's basically like, if you like, I almost want to say this is like Combat Rogue in World of Warcraft, spamming Sinister Strike or something, because you're just always spamming buttons. It's such a lively rotation. So if you're into that sort of playstyle where you have a lot of, well, not a lot of buttons to push, but you push buttons very often, this is such a great build for you if you like that sort of playstyle. Oh, and it's also very visually pleasing. Oh, and now I died there. So yeah, these Erders have a lot of health. I got maybe a little bit carried away, but still the rotation is so much better. It really is just an awesome build so far. But I think before the video just gets too long, I will go over to the actual gear. The fun stuff. So we are back again with some gear. Let's see the difference. Obviously with gear and Infinity Merc. Like this is night and day, obviously. Still, you can get into some situations on a cast that does hurt a little bit. But yeah, this gear is just gonna make it so much easier. But it's still Chaos Run. And I do say it's still Chaos Run, because I remember struggling just clearing Chaos Run in this gear level on my live druid. Oh, and by the way, the gear that I'm using now is actually just a copy of my old Fire Druid on my live server. So I know this build fairly well because it was actually one of the builds that I also, yeah, built it on my own quite a few years ago on the channel and so on. So since we're mostly gonna be facing fire immunes, it's important to just be spamming Molten Boulder and Volcano. I think also Armageddon does some amount of non-fire damage. Yeah, it does. So yeah, it's just about not really spamming Fissure. Obviously, not always fire immunes in here. Oblivion Knights are not fire immune. But yeah, let's go for this. I hope it's gonna be under 5 minutes. I do hope so. And 3 minutes is usually what can you say, normal builds does on Players 1 Chaos Run. So if I could get under 5 minutes, that would be decent. Man, it's just lovely. It's so much better. Just having spells that you can push so you don't wait around. You actually can do stuff on a Fire Druid now. I can't get over this. This is such a good change. It's actually a more fun build now, directly more fun. Even if it's not that much stronger, it's just more fun to play. And honestly, that is more important than anything. Because if you're not having fun with the build that you're playing, why even play it? I mean, a build can be bad, but it might still be fun to play and everything. Man, this is just so great. Look at how fast I'm killing this Lord Disease pack now. I don't even think I'm trying very hard. It's just easy. Very easy. I also have to say that the new skill bar that we got in the last patch just kind of awesome for this build, because you can really just spam Cyclone armor and your summons that much faster out when they die. So yeah, a lot of buttons to push, definitely. It's not a boring build anymore. You really are busy on your keyboard. Or controller if you're playing on a console, I don't know. So let's see the true test. Don't even have any potions on me right now. Well, I picked up one there. Gonna have to play it a little safe now, get Cyclone up again. Let's see if we can't get some damage going. I have to stay a little bit back. Yeah, this pack really is the devil for me. I need to use a potion there. Well. Battle arms, call arms also dropped. Now even my mercs, yeah, it's fair enough. I mean, this pack is always gonna be the hardest. I have to just go back and get the merc again. So let's finish up the last bit. Let's see some damage maybe on Lord Disease. If we can get Volcano to work. Oh, it's physical immune and fire. Ah, this sucks. So that happens. It's a rare roll-on effect of Souls, but I've seen it a few times for sure. So I actually think I'm gonna have to re-roll the map here. Nah. I think we can maybe manage in some other way. I will just have to edit this out. This is a very unfortunate roll, but yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, okay. I just killed it slowly with Hurricane and some Ice Blast. Or Arctic Blast. Which I believe also got buffed in the patch. So yeah, even the Elemental Druid, not just the Fire Druid, likely also got buffed. I think so, can't quite remember now. But let's go see some boss damage. So just gonna get the things up again, just to give it a fair show. Get up those two as well. And I think we're just gonna test some fissure damage now. So yeah, fire damage, almost 5.5k, that's pretty high. Let's see the damage. Okay, it also just Diablo has a lot of native fire resistance. So let's get Armageddon up and start spamming some spells and really see the damage. Yeah, when you weave in all the free spells, really just get ham on everything. It's just so much better. 3-4 spells just going. The damage is not amazing, especially not for players 1, but it's quite good. And now obviously my time got ruined with the fire and physical immunity, but it would have been about 6 minutes if I hadn't faced those stupid things, and maybe I had played a little bit better and my merc didn't die, etc. And that is a huge improvement. I can safely say right now that the Fire Druid is maybe not gonna be like part of any like upper meta build in the next patch or anything, but right now it's one of the most fun alternative builds that you can do. It is just awesome to just spam buttons, have a lively rotation, something to do. That is really what this is. It's a rotation that can give you something to do. And yeah, for gear option and everything you might have to go yeah, my gear is a little bit expensive. Definitely try to get something a little cheaper. You could perhaps just go dual spirit, try to get an Enigma just to control your summons and the merc, and yeah. If you can get an Enigma, maybe ditch the Ravenlaw. Ravenlaw can be a bit expensive perhaps. Also just go with faster cast rate and faster hit recovery breakpoints. Then you're pretty much golden, cause With my current inventory, everything, it's like cap resistance and everything, so the survival is also very good, a lot of life and everything. But you can probably build it much cheaper than my build and still get decent enough fissure damage and everything. And man, once you're out there doing specific farming runs that are not facing too many fire mutes like in Chaos Run, it's just so much better damage. But that's it for me. Another look at patch 2.4 for the Fire Druid. I'm very excited for this patch. It's looking great so far.